I want to talk about platformation in a second, but we talk about, a lot of times you talk about IT and technology, they're kind of removed from that. They look at that as kind of a separate part of business. What Sonata Software has done over the years, and the conversations that you and I have had, and the research that I've done on Sonata, is you talk about digital transformation and platformation. And I want you to explain that in more detail as it relates more to a business proposition in a sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
How it works in a business.
So before I really talk to you about platformation, right? I think the genesis of platformation, right?
Yeah.
Is around platform thinking, right?
Right.
I think the last couple of decades was all about the internet era, right? And then the internet era sort of got pervasive, right? And all of us got connected, so the entire world is fairly well connected, right?
Yes.
So if you really, businesses always used to think that they are the sole creators of value. So, right? So
Right.
they always, so it was a very linear value proposition that businesses used to generate, right? At Sonata, we always term it as the pipe-based value proposition, right? Because value was always being created through raw materials, products, services, right? It was a very linear proposition.
Yes.
But then with the internet and everyone getting connected and all that, right?
Change
Business started to realize that they are not the sole creators of value,
Right.
You have people getting connected. You have got consumers getting connected to producers, and you've got producers creating content, consumers consuming content as well as creating content, right?
Right.
So there's a whole ecosystem outside the organization that is really creating value, right? And suddenly, you see traditional organizations felt that they're getting disrupted. They're getting disrupted by companies which they have not even thought of.
Right.
Right. So industry segments, the industry boundaries are getting blurred. Right? People are a manufacturing industry leader could get disrupted by a technology. So every company is becoming a technology company.
Absolutely.
So to say,
Sure.
Right? So I think and that's when you have all these companies wherein you have a company that is the largest taxi company that does not own a taxi.
Right.
Right. You have a company that does not own a single property, but still is the largest hospitality accommodation company. Right.
You're talking
it's very
about Airbnb
right.
and Uber and Lyft.
So very ironical, right? So people are so these companies. Why have they been so successful? Right.
Yeah.
They're completely asset light. They're not physical asset heavy like the traditional companies.
Yes.
Right. So these are born digital companies, right? And something that's very common to all of them is they're very successful. B, they're all based on the platform model, right? And what does this platform model really mean about it? So it's really, we're talking about value creation, right? Between the producer, the consumer, right? So platforms are really an interplay between three layers. One is the value network or the value creation layer, which is what I was talking about. Value is getting created beyond the four walls of an organization.
Yes.
So that's a value network. The second one is, so you've got a very sophisticated technology layer that is orchestrating this value creation. And the third one is all about data. I don't think data needs any introduction, right? That's really making this platform more intelligent, more self-learning, right? So what are we saying? So we are saying that, hey, now, why can't traditional companies take a platform thinking approach into your digital transformation, right? Today, as much as digital transformation is all pervasive, it is also very confusing, right? If you talk to CEOs, if you talk to chief digital officers and CIOs, right? Everyone wants to go digital, but no one is sure how to go about it, where to start,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So is there a meaningful approach to digital, right? So there are companies, vendors and partners come and say that, hey, do blockchain, do AI, do big data, right? But we see that customers are really struggling with a meaningful approach to digital. And what we are saying is that, hey, you need to adopt, if you need to be a truly digital company, truly digital businesses are those businesses that help you orchestrate value not just within your enterprise, but can you orchestrate the ecosystem, right?
Right,
Can you be
exactly.
open?
Yeah.
Can you be connected both internally as well as to your ecosystem,
Right.
Can you be scalable, right, across businesses, across locations, across users, infinitely scalable, be it like an Uber or Amazon or Airbnb, right? Infinitely scalable. And can you be really intelligent, right? Intelligent enough so that you can self-learn and apply and harness those learnings onto your platform, onto your customers, onto your suppliers, and onto your platform, onto your partners, right? So, so I think at Sonata, this journey started about 2 to 3 years back when my CEO was there at the World Economic Forum. They were talking about the fourth industrial revolution, which is again the interplay of the physical, digital, material, and then we did some work in the last couple of years, some research in terms of how this platform economy is evolving and all that, right? I would still say that this is still evolving. You still have a lot of it's a lot of professorial talk still happening in universities.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I think Sonata as a company, I would stick my neck out and say that we are probably one of the very few, or probably the only company who's tried to take this and really try to see how can we make a practical value proposition for customers today, depending on where they are on the digital journey, right? We have a very structured approach. We help these companies think like a born digital company and mesh it and harmonize it with their digital strategy, right? And where they are in their digital journey. And then we not only consult, but I think we have a very strong execution, right? With what we say are our born digital platforms that we have built, right, internally, right? And then we have different approaches to execute, which I can tell you as we go along, right? So I think, so platformation is our unique approach, right, to digital transformation, and it has its history and